getting on to the start of this match. Had some technical difficulties, of course, at a moment like this. But we will have, hopefully, all of the best parts of this match still to come as Evans cleans up Finn on the right-hand side there. The score, I believe, is 4-4. We'll verify that in a minute. Storm are 2 players down. Storm did take the first 2 sets. You might have seen maybe the whole of the first 2 sets first. With a very close incident in the first set with a potential bounce in the last second. Being called a bounce, not a hit. So it was not 1-1, it was 2-1. Storm took that set. Meteors had a bit of a rally. 4-0 back to 4-4 now. Looks like they might take this set as well to go 6-4 up. You see a single into Evans is taken on a post throw. He loves that. He loves that post throw catch. Free throw comes out. And a catch from Sood. Sood takes a catch from Christopherson, brings back on Ndumbi. Ndumbi is backtracking now. 2 balls from Meteors coming in. Look, gets the double block. Does not get the hit into Mester. Mester chases him down, but doesn't get the hit. Back onto Ndumbi. And line falls over the front, I think. Hughes now chasing him back up court. Fakes in first. Decides not to go alone. We're going to take a pause for a sweat cleanup here as well. Very, very intense way for Meteors trying to finish off this set here. I would say Steve, powerhouse thrower. He's very agile, but he is also, given all his big old muscles, pretty big guy. Taking 3 balls, throwing all 3 balls at Steve. Probably a good idea here. I think this stoppage might have actually favoured them. They're going to have a little think, calm down a little bit, and just take 2 or 3 balls on a running counter, or just on a set play, throw all of them at him at the same time. I think that's the way they really take this. Steve here needs to throw through some blocks, probably. He might be able to get a single off into the middle, but it just like gives Meteor so much free reign to come back at him. So single there from Koenig. Steve lets it go by. Blocked and back on the running counter. Hughes takes the hit first. Evan confirms it. I'll try and climb up here for a better view. Here we go. Now we're talking up in the commentator's box. This is the place to watch the game from. So now 6-4, closing in towards the end of the second half. Meteors take a hit onto Fowler. After taking out Ndumbi as well, they're going to go 2 players up early on in this set. Single into Sood, goes by the feet. Koenig loves those slightly like side arm shots, looking for people's toes. Single from Lav and from Finn. Koenig goes into a trade with Lav and comes out the winner. Lavity unable to take the hit, and that is the half. Meteors taking 4 sets on the trot to come back to 8-4 up. So now we are back with you. Now we've got a bit of time at halftime. Let's talk about the significance of this game. Currently Storm, Spartans and Meteors all on the same points. But Storm with a game in hand. So, should Meteors win this game, they go into the lead with 1 game remaining. We end up with Storm on 28 points. Spartans level with them on 28 points. And Meteors on 30 points. Now, Spartans and Meteors will both have a game in hand. Meteors would go up to 30. Spartans would go up to 30, assuming that they win their next game. And then Storm will still be on 28. Once we get level, once we're going into that final game of the season. And that's what it could all come down to. Then, Storm play Spartans later today for their final game of the season. Meteors, however, if they're on 30 already, only need to win their next game to go up to 32. And then Spartans, if they can beat Storm, can also go up to 32. With a favourable set difference over Meteors, should take the league. So, bit of a complex situation we've got going on. And the best thing about this is I've worked it all out in my head. So the accuracy of it is, at best, questionable. As we go into the second half now, Meteors 8-4 up. They can go set for set with Storm through the second half. Storm in to win a couple of to lead into that. Dummy into the middle, Hughes gets out over. No hit from Meteors on the single. Storm are going to take the initiative back. Try and get the first hit of this set. Seeing Dumby again looking for Hughes. Again goes over his shoulder. Trying to track that dodge to the side, but Hughes' reaction to keep him alive. I am joined now by Brew Cousins.
Thanks for having me, Matt. So a tight game at the top of the table this is.
Yeah, we've seen first two sets go to Storm, and then 4 sets in a row to Meteors for the rest of the second half.
Is momentum going to stick with them as we begin the second half? Nice jump from Fowler.
Time for half time for Storm. Kind of breaks up that run a bit. They don't need to use a timeout. Hopefully gives them time to kind of regroup. Ooh, single into Mester in the middle is not handled. Almost sticks in his hands, but can't take the catch.
Koenig out also, so Storm have a 2-player advantage.
I think cleaned up by Ndumbi on the right hand side. There, Rav takes a catch in his neck. We love a good neck catch. Free throw from Evans.
Oh, wow.
And then catches the post block from Ndumbi into the hand of Lav, takes him out on a deflection.
And that catch was right on the ground.
Disastrous.
He picked it up off the floor.
For Storm, but they are still 4-4. The momentum with Meteors, though. And getting this next out will help them bring their heads back a little bit. But absolutely fantastic catch from Evans up front.
Nice hop over the ball from Ndumbe, who then counters Mester, who in turn hops over that counter-attack. 3 balls to Lutterworth. Meteors, they come forward with a 3-ball press. 1 ball released at Ndumbe, who ducks underneath it, exchanges with Hughes at centre court.
Arguably a fairly valuable trade, taking out the Storm winger. Hughes going to be happy with that on the Meteor side. However, Sood, Sheehan, both had fantastic moments this season, putting in absolute shit. Let's not pretend like they're not Super League material as well.
Wow.
Big dodge.
Wow.
To the side.
Love that.
Down. Meteors want the hit call, but it is a block.
Not only was he doing a jump and moving to the side, he also tucked his legs as far as he could to the right as well to get out of the way. The ball pops up in the air, but he can't catch it there, so Storm take the set.
Free throw is blocked, and then they just say, all right, let's throw all of them at Evans to follow up. Right on the whistle, that ball pops up.
So fighting right to the end of that set.
We love it. That's going to take Storm within a set again. We have got a game on our hands.
Middle ball uncontested, so Meteors will take that. It's popped off the back of the court, so a bit of a delay, but now they've made that 3-ball call. Who will be releasing it? Looks like it's coming from the middle. Christopherson, who gets no hit there. Nice movement on the back line from London Storm, near side of the camera.
Oh, Sheehan comes out to the wing with that third ball. Free throw from Koenig. Sheehan tries to clean him up, but it's just too much into the legs. And Koenig takes the catch.
I guess was the cover shot not quite quick enough there?
Arguably, yes. I think Koenig's throw is really good disguise on it. He's always kind of looking at that opposite winger. He's going to pin Sheehan back. And then when the release comes, it's actually a bit more of a cross-court, looking at middle. He didn't find the hit there, but you've got to be ready for that free throw from Sheehan. And if he's not in that moment ready to cover immediately, then he's gonna be too late to that post throw. They are calling Meteors want to hit into the middle there on a late throw, but I do believe it bounced and then went over his foot.
There was a hit on Sood. Meteors arguing that it bounced up, but they should be leaving the decisions to the refs.
Refs having a bit of a discussion about it. As always, want to make sure we get this call right. It's going to mean the difference between Storm being 2 players down and being 3 players down. Quite a big difference. Once you have only 3 players left, you can't really afford to take any trades at that point. Because having 2 left means you can't do a 3-ball attack. You can't really play properly when you've got those 3 balls. You're going to be in a lot of pressure. 2
Leaves
players
you
down.
unable to make group throws because you just don't have the players on court to,
exactly, yeah.
to pick up and throw those balls.
3 is significantly better than 2. But in my opinion as well, I think 4 is significantly better than 3, just because you have that spare player able to take some kind of trade or something without disadvantaging yourself too much. Meteors with 6 though, which is obviously the best place to be.
But we have London Storm, the near side, in the black and white here, with 3 fantastic international players still left on. We have Sam Laverty, a European Championships winner with Northern Ireland, Stephen Doumbé and Finn Britnell Craven, who have lots of experience between them, many England caps.
Britnell Craven's had a season of pulling out highlights as well. Probably seen a lot of him on Dodge highlights.
He's a fantastic player, isn't he?
Ridiculous backtrack catches.
Yeah.
He's always sideways, that man. You look at him and you think, man, that's a tall gentleman. He's actually just really long lying down. That's why they made him like that.
What I like about his style of play is his ability to get down, make himself a small target, and then to spring up and make a counter from that crouched low position.
Yeah, very explosive, as they say.
He takes the ball on the wing, but they target Doumbé instead.
So now Storm with 3. They need to make these single ball hits.
They've put Doumbé in the middle. Will he be the one releasing? Yes. Hughes just dives down to the side there.
Once again, just over the shoulder of Hughes. Very different play this time. He tried to track him low, but he just hit the floor.
He made himself completely horizontal then, didn't he?
Storm again needs to be making this hit without really trading down at this point. And there it is, a single into Hughes. He almost gets his hands round it, but not this time. No power from Laverty.
I think he knows he's a bit lucky on that one, to be honest. 2 balls for Doumbé to hop over. Does he choose to counter? Yes, they're looking to go at
pressure in
Evans.
Evans.
Who stays high. Oh, but it hasn't paid off because it's bounced up and
Doumbé takes the trade with Evans.
he was already out before he made that catch, eh?
Because Evans hit him, yes.
Right.
And Doumbé took the rebound catch, which would have been good, however, Doumbé was already hit.
And now we're at 2-2 with Christopherson going to the outbox. Laverty releases on Koenig. And that ball is bounced back, so possession of majority means it's down to London Storm to throw. Will there be a pre-throw to meet them? No.
Oh, Finn dives forward. He goes over the centre line to try and take the rebound catch off Koenig's block. The refs say yes, he caught it just before he gets hit by the follow-up from Mester.
Great call from the referees there. What a brave diving catch.
So brave, going over the middle. Don't think he was near the front line, but slid over the front line, and Sheehan takes the hit in the trade to finish off the set. Storm come back from 3-5 down.
Amazing stuff.
To win the set. What an absolute result for them.
And what a catch to rally around as well.
We are back Sorry, I'm just breaking the stands up here. Ignore me because it's all about this game. We are back at 8-all. Meteors going to need to rally here. Storm win this next set. I'm expecting to see a timeout from them, try and get their heads back on, but they're fully capable of doing that without needing that timeout.
Evans testing Britnell Craven for the first play of this game. Looks like there's going to be another one from the middle. Anderson just able to step inside and create extra space by shoving himself into his teammate Sheehan.
Lifted his legs up at the last second there. Koenig is taken out by Ndumbi, but Hughes takes the rebound catch and brings Koenig back in. I think the wrong person has come back in though. Evans is taken out on the left-hand side. And then just after that, Koenig is taken out by the single, which means that Evans is actually the first person in the outbox. As Hughes takes the rebound catch, which means that Koenig goes straight to the outbox as he's next to it, comes back in, but it should have been Evans. Technically, by the rules, if the wrong person comes back on court first, then that player is back out again and nobody comes in. So it should mean that both Evans and Koenig are not back in.
That's a tough one though. I'm not sure he knew much about his teammate being out.
And Ndumbi is still out for because he was caught on the rebound. But by the rules, it could mean that they don't get anyone back in on the Meteor side. But yes, as Bruce says, I think that's a very harsh call. Koenig has no idea about the fact that Evans is out at the same time.
Great awareness from Hughes, let's say that, because he's the one who sees that ball pop up, and he dived forwards to catch that as well. A very balanced position he must have been in order to be able to go and make that.
Yeah, really, really important for their team. Could be huge if you can get extra person back in. I think the point of the rule is so that you don't put, you don't try and put the wrong person back in, maybe maliciously. You don't put your best player back in when your teammate makes a catch instead of someone who, isn't going to make as much of an impact. However, Evans, Koenig on the score, either of them is about as impactful as the other. Both very important players to have back in, and that's not really what they're trying to do here. It's just a fast action kind of moment where both players have, Koenig's been stood next to the outbox. He's seen the catch from his teammate and he's thought, well, I'm back in, I'll come back in straight away. Nothing malicious there, unfortunately. By the rules, would not be back in. It looks by the attitude of the players on court, they might have said that. Koenig, the pleading, I think that is what they are saying. Koenig is not back in. Koenig is back in. There we go. We settle with Koenig back in from the catch. I think that is the right decision. That's kind of the spirit of the game. It's not the point of the rule to do that. Either they've said Koenig was actually out first, or they've said it's okay because they didn't know the order of operations. It's always those weird, obscure rules that come up. You never expect.
3 balls released to Britnell Craven, and he puts his arms out wide as if to say, "What? I'm here. You didn't hit me."
Very simple hop from Britnell Craven there. Makes it look easy. Actually gets about 7 foot off the ground. Maybe a delay needed there from Meteors. Try and catch Britnell Craven going high. He's going to dodge.
Couple of pump fakes there, and he ducks underneath one, jumps over one, and then he gets the counter on Richards. It bounced up in the air. No catch from the ricochet this time, meaning that Storm have tied things up at 4 players apiece.
Fakes at the line from Meteors.
Nice hop over the ball from Laverty. He's looking to put pressure onto Meteors. They're going to make a 3-ball call instead. It's going to come from Britnell Craven sideways onto Hughes, who decides to just leave it as he's sliding down to the ground.
Another pre-throw from Meteors, and then Christopherson takes the catch on the rebound. Laverty jumps over the ball at the middle, and Gittings cleans up Christopherson on the back.
That was just a well-timed dodge there from Laverty.
Still a fantastic play from Gittings. He got that pre-throw hit into the middle and then took the catch off Britnell Craven. Yes, he got cleaned up in the trades afterwards, didn't hit Lav, but he's done his job by far. That's going to leave Storm 1 player down with the 3 balls. Probably see a running counter here from Meteors.
Oh, what a shot. Fantastic from Sam Laverty to hit Hughes out on the toe as he jumps up, and a fantastic double counter there from Gittings and Laverty on David. Leaves Evans in by himself. What will Storm do now? One ball wide. It's on Evans.
Probably looking for the running counter here. I'm surprised they didn't go there. I don't have the set clock. They might be trying to just play out the time here. They've been fairly fast sets.
Oh, he's got a free throw hit.
I don't think, no hit from Laverty there. Laverty says no, I was already out by the time I threw it. Because Laverty was out, because he was hit, his throw does not count. And it was only him that hit Evans. So it is the Dan v Dan. Gittings on the Storm side, Evans on the Meteor side. Evans to throw, pre-throw goes in, but the whistle goes for time. And there we have it. Another set draw.
Tight set and a tight match here at the top of the Super League. And the score for you guys, 9 apiece. And we're in the back half of the second half of this game. It's anybody's match still.
It's anybody's match, it's anybody's league, bro. It's anybody's league. Spartans probably watching on in tenterhooks now.
Oh, nice pre-throw hit into the middle. It's the second time in 2 frames that 33 Sheehan's been caught out by that particular shot. Oh,
free throw from Ndumbe.
Nice feet from Koenig to avoid that. And Ndumbe diving down to the ground on his back.
I think Koenig annoyed with himself there for not getting that clean-up shot onto Ndumbe, or potentially not hitting Laverty, as his ball kind of came a bit out the side of the hand again, went a little bit high up into Laverty. Laverty had to react and get out the way. Didn't find the hit, but Koenig definitely annoyed he didn't clean up at least one of the 2. Spartans getting warmed up on the other court now. They're going to be playing Rangers. It's very important for them to take a win out of that game. Some good set difference would help as well.
And the game has recommenced here. London Storm versus Lutterworth Meteors. Laverty puts it in between Hughes and David. Koenig goes for a slow sort of counter there, cross court. Not able to catch out Britnell Craven. It's London Storm with 3 balls coming up. Early pre-throw hits out Laverty. The cover shot on David hits. And then there was a retaliation from Evans, who got covered himself. He takes a walk to the outbox. Matthew.
That's just textbook dodgeball right there. You get the single ball in first, and then it's a fantastic pre-throw, and then just all the cover throws trigger off each other. One throw goes, the next teammate wants to cover him and get him out. The next teammate wants to cover that person.
You're seeing a really high-level dodgeball match here. To see those hits executed back to back to back, that's quite something.
That's what we're here for. 3 balls on the Meteor side. Pre-throw from Britnell Craven is blocked away. Oh, he stays on his tiptoes. Unfortunately, hits that line.
So you have to stay within the confines of the court there.
Andreas makes his way to the outbox. Yeah. I've been there before. Always feels rough taking that line fault. But the pressure from Meteors really pushed him back there. I think he sat for the catch, potentially dropping his own ball. I don't hate that. Post throw from Britnell Craven takes out Koenig. Up on the shoulder, makes it hard to take. Very good accuracy from Britnell Craven. They're going to take 3 balls now. Well, we see a running from Meteors. Single ball into Christopherson. Here we go, double running at Gittings. They delay, get the hit through the block. Britnell Craven on his own. Pre-throw from Hughes, finds no one. And Hughes goes low again.
Really good textbook double running counter there. Nice communication on the way up. And Gittings did what he could. He got himself back as quickly as he could and then did a sidestep and lowered his body down to the ground, making himself a smaller target. Yet they still managed to break the block. So a fantastic teamwork in the double counter there.
Britnell Craven just working to get rid of the balls there so we can be in this exact situation. Pre-throw goes in, now looking for a catch. But the 2 balls are on target at the same time. And they take the hit. 11-9 Meteors. Timeout from Storm.
And there's a huge crowd drawn here. They know the importance of this match on the standings in the league table. What will Fowler be saying to his teammates there as Storm called this timeout?
So, one more time for those people joining us late. I have asked my team of hamsters to go away and verify my maths. Apparently it was right, which is good. Storm with 2 points up going into today. Storm played Meteors, Spartans, and the Spartan 2s. If they lose both games against Spartans and Meteors, they should beat the 2s and be on 30 points and at risk. Spartans have already beaten Storm 2s. Sorry, Storm 2s, not Spartan 2s. Spartans have already beaten Storm 2s and are now on 28 points and play Rangers. So Spartans are probably going to go to 30 points. Rangers stand in their way for doing that. Meteors are on 28 points and play Eagles after this. So if Meteors win this game and then they beat Eagles, they're on 32 points.
Well, it's in London Storm's hand. If
Honestly,
they can turn this around, then it's on them. Honestly,
I think you should write this down at home and work it out. It's a complex situation. Really, whoever wins this game has a very good shot of winning the league. That's what I'm going to say to you.
Fantastic.
And Laverty says, yes, please, I'll take another one of those gold medals.
And that was a difficult one to make because that was on his shoulder, high up.
Again, using that huge neck for support.
Yes.
That man works out his traps. 2 balls onto Ndumbi. One finds Laverty as well.
There's a nice delay on it because one sent him up in the air, and then once you're up in the air, there's a 1 second of time where you're just a sitting duck, and in this case, Meteor shot him down with the shotgun. Exchange on the left-hand side there. We're seeing Christopherson take Brynell Craven. That worked out in Meteor's favour because they are 4-3 up.
I think they lose a bit on this left-hand side if Brynell Craven's trading himself. Trading himself away and not taking Evans with him. That ball rolls back. But that's okay for Storm. They still have 2, and it's probably a better position for them to be in rather than getting running countered. Oh, very unfortunate for the Storm side. I think Andreas's pre-throw there gets blocked up and then caught by Koenig.
And Gitting's unable to do the cover shot, cancelling out Koenig's
Koenig
catch
fishes for it at the front, trying to take the catch in style to finish the set. Gittings gets rid of 1 so he can keep 2 again.
Yes!
Oh, with his fingertips!
Right, coming right at his face that, and he caught that with his fingertips going downwards.
Pre-throw to Ndumbi takes the hit though.
Can Gittings pull out another catch? He's got 3 balls, so it's going to be on him.
And Ndumbi, frustrated with himself, gets brought back on and then unfortunately straight back out. Gittings,
nice
though,
movement
still in a better
from
position.
Hughes.
Looking on the running counter. Jones says no, let's hold off yet. The clock's on their side. And a single onto Gittings' feet. Hughes takes it with confidence.
Well, that was nice communication from the Lutterworth teammates there to finish out.
1 minute set, 1 minute set, back we go.
Yep.
13-9. You might hear me trying to find out there. 13-9, Meteors do take the win, but we're going to go to a 1 minute set. This set difference could matter.
Yep, London Storm could get a maximum position in the league, like their highest ever result this season, right?
Yeah. I think if Meteors win this, which they have, I think the set difference really could matter when it goes into the Spartans versus Storm result. If Spartans are winning their games as well, then it could just come down to set difference. Wow. I'm not sure Meteors are really going to have enough to catch it, to catch Spartans, but you really got to put everything in now just in case it comes down to that.
Really nice secondary movement from Fowler after he did the pre-throw there to get out of the way. Oh, and he's taken another hit there. This is a fantastic start from number 10 on the left wing for London Storm.
Gives Meteors 4 though, pre-throw from Laverty. Fowler takes the catch.
Wow.
And then is followed up by Richards.
Wow, wow, wow. He's taken 3 people out in the first 20, 30 seconds there. What an innings.
To switch on. Three balls on the Storm side, not long left now. They just need to send singles in. Pre-throw. Pre-throw is blocked back, almost hits Richards again. But then Andreasen snipes the ball out of the air. Storm take the set win, but Meteors take the match.
Tight game right at the top of the table.
It's going to have big repercussions for the league title. It's still within Storm's reach. It's still within Meteor's reach. It's going to come down to Storm versus Spartans later today. So make sure you are around for that. Hope you enjoyed that game as we did. I've been Matt Wheel.
I've been Brew Cousins. Thanks very much, guys. Check out BDTV for the featured match. And if you're interested in getting into dodgeball, check out BritishDodgeball.org.
Thank you very much.